Right, we are back in a pretty timely manner by my standards. This is 2 days between streams? Yeah, that'll be a new record for me. But yeah, after chapter 3's little, the crowning event of chapter 3, I couldn't really stay away for too long, plus, don't want to risk putting it off, and then days become a week, 2 weeks, etc, etc, so I want to get this done as much as anyone. I feel. But yeah, we're back and ready to stream. Where we left off in chapter 3, Yuzu kind of unlocked the lore of her and Narine that she was hinting at for a long time. That sort of, it was love at first sight is what she was basically saying, and instead of going away with time or what have you, it's more like, hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you like visual novels, because that's what we're here to do today. But yeah, as far as what do you call it? As far as this game goes, I expect like maybe another mystery in this chapter, at the very least some quality character development, so let's just get into it. Usually I spend too much time talking like in these intros, not enough, actually playing the game, so. But yeah, I think the latency I'm still struggling with the latency settings, so replies will probably be trickling in kind of slowly. For like, I won't see them for X amount, 10 seconds. I'm not sure what the exact latency is, but yeah, I'll probably go into probably just go into FAQs and see if I can do something to fix that, Yeah, 3 heads are better than 1. I definitely, trying to solve these on my own has proven spotty at best and just straight up unreliable at worst. Oh, that's really good to hear. Always down to talk about these awesome games, because that's what my channel is here for. If you've watched my old videos or my old playthroughs, I will go on and on about how much I love these characters and the screenplay and etc. So always, spread the word,
衣装が衣装だからだろうけどね。はい、次は3番の方、中央へ。11月も中旬だもんな。
Oh yeah, we are going to, if you want to see me make a fool out of myself, you come to the right place. Because I think myself in circles and usually do not come to the right answer anyway. Also, I'm definitely in the opposite position here because it is boiling hot right now. Turning on the fan gets picked up by the mic, so just kind of have to suffer.
Yuzuriha-san, ちょっといいかしら。君の踊りを見ていたけど、欠点らしい欠点はなかったよ。そう。ただそうだな。ジュテの際に十分に手首足首に力が入っていないように見えた。怪我のもとだし、見栄えも悪くなるからね。さて、 それ
But yeah, just real quick, my MO is like I don't like to talk over the game since, you know, it's a dialogue focused and the screenplay is basically the entire appeal, well, like 90% of the appeal. Usually I just like let the game do the talking and then, you know, a scene ends or whatever and I'll probably have something to say about it. That's the general. Like, it's pretty, you know, I would say laid back, but I usually go pretty in depth with my analysis or observations or whatever. Hopefully that's your thing.
空気が乾燥しているのかな。さて、そろそろ。大丈夫？大丈夫とはひどいじゃないかネリー。僕が肥満体型に見えたってことかい？違うわ。そういう意味で言ったのではないの。確かにバレエの踊り手だったら体重は身長から110から120引いたくらいが好ましいと聞く。なら僕はギリギリ OK じゃないかな。だからそれにねネリー、体重をあまりに減らすと生理が減ってしまうのだよ。健康上いいとは言えないんじゃないかな。だから違うの。それが聞きたいんじゃなかったのかい？
And then I think you've come to the right place. Hopefully you like it.
それもそうなのだけど。もしかしたら私の風邪をうつしたのかと思って、今日何度か咳き込んでいたでしょ。空気が乾燥しているからね。喉がイガイガしているだけさ。大したことはない。本当に？本当さ。疑うならブリッジしてみせようか。バレエで推奨されているストレッチの一つなんだがね。私に気遣っているならもう平気なのよ。だから保健室へ行きましょう。付きそうからね。もしかして僕の様子がおかしいと思っているのかい？それはおかしくない僕を見つけるのは宝くじを当てるより難しいってネリーも知っているだろう。
I guess at that point it's a question of what is weird for her. Is her constantly flirting with other girls, or is it covering up her insecurities with that super, you know, cynical look of hers? Or is it actually being honest with herself for once? The possibilities are endless, you know?
そうね。
But as anime logic often goes, a cough is never just a cough, so I am not. Four mysteries? Okay, so that lines up about with the other two games, I think. Volume 2 had one in Chapter 1, Chapter 3, or it had 3 mysteries. Yeah, Chapter 1, Chapter 3, and Chapter 5, right? Volume 1 had... Gosh, it's been a time. The orienteering mystery, the guess Erica's name mystery, Sasaki twins mystery, and the Yuzu getting hit on the head mystery. So that's 4. I was saying in the earlier playthroughs that I think like the difficulty level of these mysteries is reflective of like how good each character is at solving them. Suo has the hardest mysteries because like she's she's basically Sherlock. Erica, they're pretty hard, I think. But the clues are usually pretty obvious if you like they're not like you don't have to have too much outside knowledge or something of the sort to solve them. Usually the hints are all there in the story itself. And the first mystery, like with hindsight, with Yuzu's first mystery was comparatively much easier. Yeah, if you want to go back and watch how I solved that mystery, the first mystery in this game, it's pretty entertaining. I think it's at my own expense, but you might get a kick out of it. But like I said, I always enjoy these mysteries. I mean, even if they're BS hard, like the ones in Volume 1, but I'm not really expecting that out of this game. I'm expecting to like rack my brain pretty hard, but like to be able to like have all the information I need contained within the game. So just like if I look out close enough, should be able to be on the right track, That is good to hear. Like the mysteries are one of the main draws of this game. I think gameplay wise, it makes it a little bit more interactive than your average VN. Yeah, honestly, I've spent the last 4 years like wondering how this like what the heck goes on in that last game, because I've heard whispers of it, like, but I don't know anything. I plan to keep it that way though. Up till now, I actually still don't know who the protagonist of the 4th game is, or like who's involved. So like, no spoilers, please. Yeah, I mean, I want to keep it that way. I think not knowing that much going in is the best way to approach the series. Also the Filipino way. Maybe that's something we have in common. You just cook the whole thing. Yeah, Yuzu's not as much as a foodie as Erica is, but we definitely get our fair share of food ASMR moments in this game. Especially the ones with Narine that are like weirdly, what's the word? Provocative. Though that's more of an indicator of like how she's hyper aware of any sort of like physical closeness that they have. Instead of just like, the game being weird.
スオくんと花火師くんか。
八代先輩。ごきげんよう、八代先輩。ご一緒してもよろしいですか？
Also, from an outsider's perspective, building off on what Yuzu just said, they are in, quote unquote, with like the most popular girl in school, which is Yuzu herself. As a impressionable underclassman, that must be like, wow, must be nice, that kind of thing.
構わないよ。お、スオくんもさんまとは気が合うね。
祖父の好物だったので。
花火師くんはサラダだけかい？珍しいね。
まあ。
高崎くんの真似かい？
八代先輩もそう思いますよね。ちょっとした願掛けよ。高崎さんのように踊れるように。
なるほど。
何がなるほどなんです？
花火師くんはダイエ
八代先輩、調子が悪いと聞きましたが、大丈夫なのですか？リカさん？
Pretty savage, honestly. Exposing her like that.
ま、気になる彼女の前だ。ごうしょうだな。ネリーに聞いたのかい？
はい。何でもお風邪を召したようだと。ですが、おかゆではないのですね。風邪でも食欲が落ちないことはあるわ。先ほど咳込んでいたみたいですし、聞き始めですか
？Oh well. I always, it's a force of habit at this point. I've gone through the last 2 games saving before I make every single choice. It's like, oh, the previous button exists. Well, I hope the game agrees with me and says we've had enough of her teasing Suo. That's what I want to think anyway. So let's just be honest with her. How about? Looks like it worked.
スオくんには嘘がつけなそうだね。そうなんだ。少し風邪気味でね。昔から風邪をひきやすい体質でね。季節の変わり目なんかは大敵だよ。お。
Same.
熱は微熱のようですね。
ああ、大したことはないよ。
Suo fan club, where you at? Population, like every character in this game, and me.
スオさん。何？みんな見ているから。ぶしつけでした。すみません。
いや、役得だったよ。率直に言うと、 体質として体温が低い嫌いがある。風邪をひきやすいんだな。
私も一緒です。
スオくんもらしい感じがするね。体温が低いとウイルスへの抵抗が弱く、病気にかかりやすいと父に聞いたな。
そうなの？スオさん、気をつけてちょうだいね。ありがとう、リッカさん。
僕を心配してご機嫌伺いに来たんじゃなかったのかい？
そうでした。体を冷やすのだけは避けてくださいね。すぐ悪化してしまいますから。
体温が低い同士、お互いに気をつけよう。この時期は体温調節も難しい。
最近朝晩は寒くなってきましたものね。
Getting sick easily, huh? Yeah, I was like that when I was a kid too. Like usually every fall or something, I'd like come down with a stomach bug or a fever. Nowadays it's more like maybe once you go get a really bad cough, it sticks around for a long time. But like I said before, usually when that's kind of like a plot point or a character trait, usually it comes back to haunt whatever character like has that. Yuzu said before like, oh, I used to be a pretty like sickly kid. She doesn't act the part anymore, but I'm not convinced, you know?
仲睦まじい限りだ。焼けてしまうよ。
八代先輩も食べますか？
いただこう。
はい、どうぞ。
Actually I don't get that reference. Does she mean chilies without John Frusciante?
ありがとう。
Must be someone else.
合唱会までには風邪治しておいてくださいね。
He says jokingly, so why don't we go along with the joke this time? I read the mood correctly that time. Also pretty rare for me.
合唱会があることは年間で知っていましたが、この時期なんですね。
Yeah, I mean honestly with everything that's going on right now, it's kind of like, what does any of that, what does a strong immune system mean anymore?
1年生から3年生まで競うのよ。ちょっとした合唱コンクールみたいでしょ。
But yeah, I don't really like get, fevers, stomach bugs. It's usually like coughs and stuff. No, it could be worse. Like I'm not bedridden.
そうか。1年生も参加するのだから、スオくんも歌うのだね。きっとスオくんの歌声は夏の白もやの煙る森の中から細く長く聞こえてくる妖精のような絶えなる調べなのだろうね。
I actually don't remember. I mean, I know she considered the choir club, mostly because she played piano, but her singing voice? No, Mayuri was the good singer out of the three of them.
ああ、すまない。無理やりにハードルを上げてしまうところだったよ。
スオさんのことですもの。きっと目が冴えるような素晴らしい歌声だわ。早く聞きたいです。ね。
ああ、期待しているよ、スオくん。
つまり合唱部は各学年の合唱とは別に歌うのですね。
最後の鳥を合唱部が行うのが伝統なのさ。だから花火師くんとしては僕の喉の具合が気にかかるというわけだ。
純粋に体のことも気遣っていますよ。
Yeah, I used to be in church choir for a pretty long time, trying to sing on a sore throat. Yeah, good luck.
どうも。そうだ。なら部屋に来て看病してくれるかい？
It doesn't matter how good of a singer you are. If your body won't cooperate, you feel. It seems like this may or may not be an important plot point going forward, like I was saying before.
私は構いません。病気の時はお互い様だもの。いいわよね、スオさん。
冗談だよ。まだ弾き始めだ。看病されるほどじゃない。
Really? I know like Erica's voice actor is pretty famous. I forgot what. If I remembered, looked it up, I would be like, oh yeah, she plays this, and this role. But as far as everyone else in this game, I don't remember, and that's honestly kind of a shame. I like hearing that about Mayuri. It doesn't help that she's not in 2 or 3, and the jury is still out on 4.
大丈夫ですか？
伝統のある一番だ。責任重大なことは分かっている。大会までには万全にしておくさ。放課後合唱部でまた会おう。今日は課題曲決めだ。
Yeah, getting a cold like that is the worst. Like, you get chills no matter how much you bundle up, you feel weak, muscle soreness, etc., etc.
嫌な熱の出方だな。ネリーに心配をかけたくはないからな。
Famous last words, much. That's definitely she definitely has a misplaced sense of concern there. We all know how this is gonna end. She's going to, she's going to end up bedridden anyway, and Narine is gonna worry 200 times more than if she had, like just phoned it in when she should have, which is right now. Yeah, honestly, I remember looking up Erica's voice acting and being like, she voiced her? That's nuts. I'll look it up. I'll look it up at some point, but like for a game that like didn't get much traction, here in the West. I don't know about it in Japan, but the voice cast is pretty stacked, you know? A lot of media can sell based on like the popularity of who's in it alone, right? To a lesser extent with like animated media, but still.
ごきげんよう、八代先輩。久しぶりですね。
ここ最近二階屋の貝絡みと部の絡みで忙しくてね。なんだい？もしかして僕が恋しかったのかな？
冗談。ただ久しぶりに八代先輩が入れたコーヒーが飲みたく。冗談。ただ久しぶりに八代先輩が入れたコーヒーが飲みたくなっただけですよ。何ですか？何か企んでいるんですか？
いや、純粋に嬉しかっただけさ。それで八重垣くんはどうしたんだい？保健室の前だが。そうか、あれが重くて薬をもらっていたんだね。
驚いた。正解ですよ。自分は重い方なんで絶不調ってやつです。
That's why I didn't get that euphemism, but that was actually mentioned. I think that was actually mentioned in the last volume that Eric has it pretty rough, you know?
もともと八重垣くんは律儀な性格だったか。そうかい？僕は軽い方だから君の痛苦は想像できないが、よかったらそうだ、お腹をさすってあげようか。
調子悪い時に笑わせるのはよしてくださいよ。腹なんてさすってもらっているのを千鳥が見たら。ま、そこは言わぬが花ってやつです。で、
Well, we all know how that would end. Rip, Yuzu.
それで八代先輩は保健室に何の用なんですか？まさか悩み相談？
悩みは常に抱えているよ。みんなのハートを奪いすぎているからね。
下腹だけでなく頭まで痛くなったんでそれじゃ。
冗談だよ、冗談。今八重垣くんが言ったそのものズバリさ。
なるほど、腹痛ですか。こいつは忠告ですが、廊下に落ちているものは食べない方がいいですよ。
廊下に落ちているもの。今なら君がそうじゃないのかな。
先輩、マジで勘弁してくださいよ。
何が？
Never a dull moment with these two on screen.
さっきも言ったでしょ。自分はめんどくさい相棒を抱えているんですよ。
そうだね。尻を蹴られたくない？
八代先輩にはかなわない。
一年の生まれの差はなかなか厳しいものがあるのだよ。 で、正解を言うと僕がここに来たのは頭痛だな。
へえ、八代先輩でも風邪なんてひくんですね。
それは君のクラスの委員長様からにも言われたよ。僕は存外デリケートなのさ。
知ってる中で繊細なのは白羽だけかと思ってましたよ。
I thought the implication was something different coming from Erica. What is it, that Japanese saying that idiots can't catch colds? I think.
それも言われた。
Someone should fact check me on that, but that sounds like something Erica would say, you know?
熱のない風邪なら風呂に入るのも手ですよ。
Well, this time she's being serious, but should I play it off, or should Yuzu play it off as a joke? Anyway, Yuzu does have a fever, actually. We'll take her kindness at face value.
So いつは
もしかして騙されてるとかって思ってます？さすがに病人相手にタチの悪い嘘はつきませんよ。
いや、ちゃんとではないが、僕も耳かじったことがあったんだよ。だから知っていたのさ。
That's why I thought it was something she said, or she would say. She actually did say. Thank you for reminding me. I should know, but you know, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, it's been 2 years since I played that game.
でも心配してくれたんだろ。ありがとう。どうしたんだい？
いや、八代先輩らしくないなって。なんだか真ん中の姉と話してるようです。さっきの話に戻りますが、人の体は37度台の時に最も免疫力が強くなるって話なんです。だから熱が高くなければ10分から20分くらい入るといいって話ですよ。
ずいぶんと詳しいんだね。
長女が繊細だったんで対処法はなんとなく覚えたんですよ。千鳥のやつも相棒も体が弱いってことはないんですが、季節柄喉を痛めないか話してましてね。部屋で金魚でも飼えないかって話してたんですよ。
Oh, that's cute. Family. The Erica and Chidori family grows by one.
水槽があると湿度がぐっと増すんです。加湿器いらずってやつなんですよ。
See, I learned something today too.
そいつはいいことを聞いたな。僕の部屋でも熱帯魚を飼えれば面倒な薬をもらいに行かなくても済んだのかもしれないね。
もしかして養護教諭が苦手なんですか？
そんなことはない。ただそうだな、相性は悪いのかな。
顔を見ると喧嘩でもしちまうとか？
そうではなくて純粋に生き合えないんだよ。メジャーリーガーの打率くらいの割合でね。別段養護教諭もフラフラと席を外す癖があるわけではないのだけどね。
Yeah, I can relate to that.
そうなんですか。必要な時に会えないってのはきついですね。私も一度だけありましたけど、あれは往生したな。
養護教諭が見つからないときは片場寮長からもらうといい。
寮長からですか？
養護教諭が不在の時も当然あるだろうから、急な病気に対応できるよう片場寮長が一揃い薬を持っているんだよ。
つまり飛行機のパイロットみたいに保険で機長と副操縦士がいるわけですね。
急に症状が現れた場合、一人だけだと不測の事態に対応できないからの措置だ。真夜中困った時は部屋を訪ねるといい。
いいことを聞きました。だけど夜中はな。
Yeah, I mean, medical or otherwise, right? I like how Suo was like, oh yeah, I casually stopped by the dorm mother's room at night and she was awake. Like, it was like, what, midnight? Honestly, I was like, what the heck is she doing awake? Maybe she wasn't sleeping. Maybe she was sleeping. I don't know. Something about that detail just like kind of struck me as odd. Maybe we're gonna get into another little issue here.
以前夜中に伺ったことがあるんですけど、プライベートなことをしている最中に勝ち合ってしまいまして。
まさか。
That's not what I was getting at all.
針仕事をしているところですよ。裁縫をしている時にドアを開けたものだから慌てて指を刺してしまって、らしくないって思ってるんでしょうね。
That's kind of similar to how Erika gets into Dahlia's room and Dahlia Sensei's room and it's full of teddy bears, right? That's in volume 2. Actually, I went back and I was looking at some of my old playthroughs to like gauge the quality of it compared to this, and I saw that scene and I was like, oh yeah, that's some pretty ironic humor. So he was talking about, oh yeah, who at this school would be into lockpicking? You know, like who at the school of like upstanding young girls would have that as a hobby? And then in the previous volume, Erika was like, oh yeah, good thing I studied lockpicking for a little bit, so now I'm good at it. Like, yeah, of course, you know, if anyone would be good at it in this game, it's her. But you know, that kind of thing just makes me like her even more if she wasn't my favorite already.
片場寮長の裁縫好きは公然の秘密なのだけどね。
そうなんですか？
ああ、女子力ってやつが高いのさ。ダメになった歯切れを集めてテーブルクロスにしたりとかね。まさしく女子力だ。
どちらかというと母親力ってな感じじゃないですか？
おっと、養護教諭のお出ましだ。早く行かないと逃してしまう。
打率を下げるために。
そうだ、月末の合唱会楽しみにしているよ。
私の嫌いな語句は1番目がしとやかで2番目が合唱なんですよ。
Yeah, neither she nor Chidori are good singers, right? Well, Chidori's better. Actually, what am I saying? I think I got the two of them mixed up. But yeah, we're pretty far in now, and nothing of note has happened, so I think we're in it for the long haul of this chapter. Nothing of note, I mean, obviously, pretty quality character interactions, but No, like large overarching plot points, you know?
こいつは食文ってやつだ。
ではみんなの意見から新しく転入した方たちのためにも分かりやすく歌唱しやすい賛美歌にいたしましょう。私たち合唱部は3曲歌唱することになっています。2曲は聖歌を、そして1曲はいわゆる通常の合唱曲を歌うのが伝統です。
これは
This is part of the OST, actually. It has been played at multiple points in the game. I do like that. Like, oh, what's the word? The music is diegetic, like it's not only like a flavor piece for us, the audience, to enjoy, but it's also like an ingrained part of the universe.
有名な曲なので聞いたことがある方もいるでしょう。譲り派。
これは虹の魔法じゃないか。
Is that the name of the opening? Because this is like the acoustic version of the opening theme. But obviously it has like this emotional meaning. Yuzu herself. Is it flashback time? So not only that's pretty cool, honestly. Not only is it a actual an actual song, but it exists in the universe of the game. I honestly was not expecting that. I think up to this point, we never had that in the OSTs. So, you know. But this game really nails the attention to detail thing, just in a lot of ways. So thank you for confirming that. I do. It makes me appreciate it that much more.
オズの魔法使い、私も好きなの。いいわよね、銀の靴って。どこへでも行ける。
I once again have to point out that Narine basically sounds the same. Like, maybe it's a little bit more high-pitched, but that's about it.
3度靴のかかとを鳴らしてごらん。
夢を見ていたのか。気分が悪くなって寝入っていたんだな。
無理をして部に顔を出すからよ。気分はどう？
そうだ、放課後。
吐き気はない？大丈夫なようならお薬飲める？
昔と逆だな。
え？
子供の頃さ、よくネリーを看病した。
もっと前はゆずりはの方がよく風邪をひいていたじゃない。それに
これだけ汗をかけば、あとは下がるだけさ。ありがとう。
お水もっといる？どうぞ。
やっと落ち着いたよ。
そんな体で部活に出ていたのね。
熱はだいぶ引いたみたいだ。で、2階屋の会から何か報告はないかい
？1年生の子が農場に来ていたキツネ、タヌキかしら。それを餌付けしてたって報告があったくらいだわ。
そいつは大事だ。
Yeah, forbidden cats much.
怪我をしていたそうだからかわいそうだけど、バスキア教諭が対処してくれたそうよ。
ならもったいないか。なんだかお腹が減ってきたな。こいつは 夕食には間に合わなかったか。
食欲が湧いているなら風邪もこれ以上ひどくならないわね。
食べ逃したと分かったらがぜん食欲が湧いてきたよ。
大丈夫よ。とある先生が夜食を持ってきてくれることになっているから。
I'm at a loss. But, you know. Since she was just being talked about earlier.
片喰寮長か。
どうしたの？お腹が痛いの？
What, that the student was feeding a, well, fox/raccoon cat. But yeah. I say that because they're just cute enough to almost be a cat, but alas, wild animals will be wild animals.
いや、失礼な話なんだが。
Oops.
いや、失礼な話なんだが、思い出し笑いだよ。
あ、ほら、あんまり動いたらタオルが落ちてしまうわ。
ネリー？
熱はだいぶ下がったのかしらね。でも今日一日はおとなしくしないとダメよ。もう少ししたら片喰寮長がお手製の栄養たっぷりの海の幸入りお粥を持ってきてくれるそうよ。
貝柱で出汁を取るとかかな。楽しみだ。片喰寮長の料理上手は耳にしてるからね。
一度料理部で講師に来てもらうのもいいかもしれないわね。
男勝りで女子らしいことが似合わないか。私のようじゃないか。
ゆずりは今失礼なことを考えていたでしょう。
ネリーにはかなわないな。
Yep, exactly. Any slight against the dorm mother who she sees a lot in herself is also a slight against herself.
片喰寮長が来るまでもう一眠りしなさい。
さっき起きたばかりだ。寝つけないよ。歌を歌ってくれれば眠れる気がする。
歌？聖歌とか？
Yeah, that's what I was thinking the same thing. Honestly, and I'm more like, why didn't she have like a sprite, a dedicated voice actor? She's probably been mentioned the most in this game out of all 3 so far. So.
そこは子守歌で頼むよ。そうだな。虹の魔法を歌ってくれないか？
まだちゃんと練習していないから。
聞きたいんだよ。頼む。
いいわ。でもミスをしても笑ったら嫌よ。
Yeah, kind of like at the end of volume 2, kind of expecting like a full performance at some point, just to something that's really immersive. They really went all out with that Sleeping Beauty performance, you know. I was talking about that when it was happening, but like it actually felt like a real, you know, play that or ballet performance that people would put on. I think that's how much care and research went into it. So I'm kind of expecting maybe not similarly great things, but similar things from this installment.
だが、こいつは一度見たからそれで終わりという類のものじゃない。ここならまあ問題ないだろう。合唱に関してはある程度練習しておく必要がある。さて、
This takes me back to being in choir, church choir. I think one of the choir leaders like was a music student, so that kind of made there's definitely like a gap between him and then just like a bunch of, you know, like kids. It was like children's choir. There's definitely a gap between him and like the kids who, you know, were just there because their parents told them to be there or something. I was kind of like, I knew music theory, so it was kind of like, oh, I get what he was saying, but man, it was at multiple points I was like, man, we're just kids, you know. I think you're asking too much out of us. On the other hand, when it comes to choir club, I think everyone actually wants to be there or some modicum of talent. Yeah, she has perfect pitch, kind of like I expected. Must be nice.
だが、肩を並べなくとも足を引っ張るわけにはいかない。
ごきげんよう、八代先輩。隠れて練習ですか？コミカド先輩が悲しまれますよ。
Music is hard anyway, and it's not like I use my music theory knowledge a lot these days. Also, can't say that I didn't see this coming, because, you know, Chidori liked that was like huge plot point in volume 2. Chidori liked to go out and sing on her own. practice on our own, etc., etc.
エリカ、ちょっといい？お前はいいところで毎度邪魔しやがって。ペッパー警部飼ってんだよ。胡椒警部？
Everyone's favorite third wheel is back. I like how many of these scenes so far is like third wheeling.
悪かったよ、古いボケで。それで今日はどんな用件なんですか、八代先輩。千鳥が八代先輩をナンパしてきた理由は分かったが、どうして森でなんて。意外と義理深いじゃねえかよ。義理が廃ればこの世は闇よ、でしょ。
ということでこの部屋で歌唱の指導を受けるということになったんだが、構わないかな。
まあ別にいいですけど、声は抑え気味でやった方がいいですよ。防音設備完備じゃないですからね。それでは始めましょう。
無理を聞いてもらって悪いね。
バレエでは私の方がお世話になっていますから、お互い様というやつです。それではまず発声練習から行いましょう。発音は丁寧で美しいです。微濁音、子音、抑揚に気をつけ歌えています。
でも
気になったのはフレーズ。まとまりでのブレスの際、前の音が短くなっている嫌いがありましたので、そこを注意するといいと思います。
なるほど。
有名な曲だから私も聞いたことがあるけど、完璧だと思ったけどな。歌に完璧はないのよ。完璧を追い求めるのが歌唱なの。カトリックの園で善みたいな答えをしやがって、キリストにぶん殴られるぞ。
Yeah, and as was already established at the very beginning, not a lot of these students are Christian at all. So that is the grand irony, I suppose.
コーヒー通の先輩に出すのは恥ずかしいですが、どうぞ。
心遣い嬉しいよ。
悪魔のように黒く、地獄のように熱くってな具合にはいかないですね。
You know, I had a pretty funny conversation with one of my old college roommates. Since, you know, a lot during that time we were like surviving on like, you know, 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day. He took it black, right? I was like, how do you do that? You know, how do you? It doesn't I know it's an acquired taste, but how did you like convince yourself that you liked it? You know? And he was like, oh, well, coffee is supposed to make you hate yourself, so you wake up faster. You know, it's not gonna have the same effect if it's not like if it's not like a slap in the face like that. And I was like, that's a you know, I can't agree with that sentiment, but if that works for you, I respect that. And ever since then, like I think about, you know, people. I think about like my old roommate, people who take their coffee black, and I'm like, is that why? Like, that can't be it, right? That has to be just him. I don't know. Quite a character. I hope he's doing well these days.
フランスの政治家だね。いや、僕好みの味だ。八重垣くんが入れてくれただけはある。天使のように純粋で、愛のように甘い。
Yeah, it's a lot. Like out of all the possible answers that I was expecting, definitely not that one. That's honestly a really interesting theory. I mean, there's nothing obviously in the game that would discredit that, but that's man, I hope not. for first and foremost, that would definitely be like, that would definitely tie into like Dahlia's character, because Dahlia was like, oh yeah, I was in love once before I joined the nunnery, right? Implying that she gave up her love to like pursue the faith, right? But like Mayuri wasn't Christian either. Right? And like, is that like a stated goal of the school? It's not, right? That like it's not even necessarily like to convert people to Christianity. I don't know. Well, it's definitely food for thought for food, as I like to say. But really interesting theory. Considering we, up until now, we're still grasping at straws. Could be something to think about going down the road.
僕としては完璧を求めたい。他には何か注意点はないかな。
そうですね。あとはイメージですかね。
Honestly, this is really interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, all we can do is speculate. Maybe there's a hint in like the paintings that she left when you know the mystery in Volume 2. But like, there's something there, you know. It's really interesting. Who knows? Maybe you're right. But yeah, as far as this, okay, well, my own musical biases say that Chidori means the first one, so me, I do not know. All she really all she said about the matter was like, oh yeah, I was in love once, right? Oh yeah, David did mention that when whatchamacallit, it was in what, the drama CDs or something, some extracurricular content that I did not see. Anyway, I'm gonna pick something here. Like I said, my own musical biases say that Chidori means this one, but there's definitely a Dahlia backstory that I want to hear more about.
それはつまり歌詞の内容を膨らませて歌うということかな。
Okay, so that's not the right one. I want to hear what Chidori says about this. This is actually really interesting.
虹の魔法を歌った歌手になりきって演じるということかい？
This is in line what Chidori was saying. Like, singing is about chasing perfection, but it's a very like classical viewpoint, I think. Because a lot of like, you know, the merits of like classical pianists and like music students who pursue that route is like, oh, how close to the original can you get, right? But from an artistic standpoint, I'm just gonna hear what Chidori says about. I have a lot of opinions on this.
ああ。八代先輩があの歌手に？虹の魔法の歌手は清楚系の美人だぞ。男装の霊人ってな具合の八代先輩とはミスマッチだよ。
Yeah, that description definitely fits Narine to a T. Okay, does it come up later in these games? Does Dahlia like talk about it, or is it something that's discussed? Because if so, I want to find out myself.
エリカ。
いや、すみません。つい想像してしまって。
構わないよ。人には似合う似合わないというのは存在するのだしね。そうだ、せっかくだから八重垣くんにも歌ってもらおうか。どうやら虹の魔法には詳しいみたいだしね。
それ、いい考えですね。
だろう？そういえば僕は八重垣くんの歌を聞いたことがない。ぜひ聞きたくなってきたね。
Yeah, I agree with David. It's kind of like if it's something I'll find out naturally just by playing, you know, I want to savor that reveal, you know? But I'm actually not super familiar with like the additional content in like the fan discs or whatever. So like there's a good chance I wouldn't find out.
その
何？虹の魔法の歌手になりきって歌えと無体なことを言っているのではない。
私もエリカの虹の魔法聞いてみたいわ。
人前でなんて歌えませんよ。悪かったです。笑ってすみませんでした。これでいいでしょ。
Yeah, we know. We're all too familiar with that.
ま、これで手打ちにしよう。
最近また面白い話が持ち上がっているんですけど、聞いていますか？
Oh, I'm perking up on hearing that.
またその笑えない話じゃないだろうね。
Well, we'll go through this game, and Dahlia is still a huge question mark, just overall. I've voiced my opinions on her several times. You would know that. It might do well to know that she's not my favorite character. Let's just leave it at that.
なかなかいい感をしてますね。七不思議の話ですよ。
Alright, now we're getting into the real meat of this. 1 second. Give me like 5 seconds, I got it. Check something. Are the fan discs, right? Are there English subs available out there? Because I'm not, like, I don't really know how to access them.
またお化け騒動でもあったのかい？
本当なの？
Yeah, honestly, same. Erica is like easily far and away my favorite. Not far and away my favorite, but like she's just so, you know. She's just so great. And then, you know, I'm obviously in the Suo fan club as well as the Yuzu fan club. Yeah, Erica, heck yeah. You, all of you have very good taste. I commend you for that. That's why I like Volume 2 so much.
食いつきいいなおい。話す前にストーリーテラーの喉を湿らせてくれ。どうも。さて、それじゃあお楽しみの七不思議の話だが、今学院を賑やかせているのはウェンディゴの話なんだよ。
David, remember how you were like, oh, now that we have a quality forest CG, some new ones, we might get some, whatchamacallit, we might get some Wendigo mystery action. Seemed like you were spot on. Oh, that's too bad. Hear about the fan discs. Yeah, my Japanese is like 0.1%. I think, basically I can't read it or understand it when it's spoken, you know. My Japanese is definitely like, oh, I picked up on some words and phrases and I watch a lot of anime, and also I can read katakana and hiragana, and that's it. And like 2 kanji. So basically I don't know Japanese. I might like a rundown would be useful if it's maybe at some point in the future we'll go look for a synopsis or something, or just like maybe if they're like available to listen. Oh.
ウェンディゴか。
そう、正式名称は森をさまようウェンディゴ。だから森で千鳥と出くわしたって聞いたとき、
私が噂の真相を探りに行っていたと思った？
まあな。あ、聞いたからって一人で探そうと思うなよ。この季節の森は危険が多い。
しかしウェンディゴか。一番眉唾な七不思議が出たな。
眉唾ってどういうことです？
この学院の七不思議は大元の設定通りじゃない。歪んで伝わっているのさ。高崎くんはウェンディゴのことを知っているかい？
確か精霊ですよね。どことかの。
そうだ。カナダのネイティブアメリカンに伝わる精霊の名だよ。非常に狡猾で人に姿を見せない。
旅人の背後に忍び寄って気配だけは悟らせるが、振り向いても驚くほど素早く姿を見ることはできない。だが何度となく気配はやってくる。そして精神的に疲弊したところで姿の見えないウェンディゴが話しかけてくるのさ。
Oh, the fox / raccoon that students was feeding.
眉唾。それってつまり姿が見えないから何とでも言えるってこと？
正解。学院のウェンディゴも姿は見えない。過去の騒ぎでは素早く移動する白い影が見えたという目撃談が多かったね。
Man, Chidori's putting on her detective hat now. Far cry from she never expressed any interest in the previous mysteries, you know? That's character development.
白い？
ウェンディゴはカナダの厳しい冬の象徴としても描かれている。だから白いと変化したものだと思っていたよ。僕は初めてウェンディゴの話を聞いたとき、ウ ビッグフットのようなイメージを持ったな。
私も似たようなものです。ゲームの影響からですけどね。ま、出店通りなら白い影の方がらしい感じですよね。
Yeah, Erica and Yuzu are putting their heads together. Chidori's in all the fun. Now we just need Suo.
七不思議の話が出たのはここ最近。10日ほど前くらいからですかね。森の散策に出た生徒が木々を横切る白い影を見たって話です。
なんだか幽霊譚みたいね。
その話はどれくらい噂になっているんだい？
知ってる人は知ってるってくらいですかね。遠からずみんなの耳に入るくらいにはなるでしょう。
Yeah, but there's always a but there. I think it's pretty obvious that this status quo is not gonna be there for much longer. Also, I hope Narine is more of a help here, because in the first mystery, Narine like helped her explore and then just kind of dipped when they didn't find anything. I was like, thanks, Narine. You're a real help.
ねえエリカ、相談なんだけど。
Until Dawn, that was pretty big a few years back, wasn't it? My friends were all playing it, but again, I not one for horror games or media. So wrong person to ask.
ウェンディゴ探しならパスだぞ。冬も間近だってのに森なんてうろつきたくない。
Sounds pretty scary, honestly.
可愛いアミティへの頼みでも？
ほら、八代先輩にも笑われているだろうが。
おっと、あそこのお兄さんに怒られるから騒ぐのをよしなさいみたいな出しに使うのはよしてくれよ。まあ僕個人としても森の散策は危ないからね。よした方がいいと思う。だから。
Also, I've been thinking this ever since I booted up the stream, but I figure now is a good time to say the pacing of these games usually go like, for the first half, the first like 3 or 4 chapters, there's always this like back and forth. Like, you think there's gonna be some development made or there's some progress in their relationship, but then it pulls back, like they have a fight, or it's overblown or brushed under the rug or something, and then like the second half of the game is where things really pick up. I'm kind of getting that feeling with this game too. Like up until now, like the main romantic tension, obviously with it, has not been resolved at all, or even like Yuzu hasn't even come clean about it to anyone. And of course, Ringo is still up in the air. She's just kind of, waiting for her. So yeah, I this is usually around the point where things really start ramping up. Obviously, we have this mystery to contend with, but just in terms of character arcs, it's definitely like a characteristic of these games and their pacing. That's like maybe it's a turn off for some people, but honestly, I enjoy it. I think I've come to like it quite a bit.
なんです？
視聴覚室で恐怖映画なんかを見て発散させるのはいいんじゃないか？妥当な落としどころだろ。
エリカと映画。それじゃあせっかくだから雪に由来のある恐怖映画が見たいわ。
雪の恐怖映画 かでとなるとすぐに思いつかないが。それじゃあシベリア超特急でも見るか。おすすめだぞ。
聞いたことがないけど、なんだかロマンチックな響きもあるわね。
それは八重垣くん。
It depends. I mean, if we're coming up on it like soon, or like as in right now, yeah, I definitely have time to hang around, do the whole thing. But I'm predicting that we are going to like well exceed 4 hours this chapter playtime. So yeah, I mean we'll see. Like I'd be down. Anyway, I haven't heard of Siberian Express either, but Erica seems to have some pretty sadistic intentions in mind with it.
ドッキリとはいえ体を張るな。
Oh no, one of those movies.
さて、もう一度練習に付き合ってもらえるかな。秋深しとは言ってもさすがに暑いな。
完全に回復したみたいね。
動きのキレを見て言ってくれているのかな。だとしたら正解だ。
よく回る口を聞いてよ。
授業は受けさせてくれたが、バレエと部活動、2回屋の会の活動も止められていたんだ。実際鈍っていないか心配だったんだけどね。
でも心配はいらないみたいね。
そうでもない。急に動いたから明日には筋肉痛で湿布が必要かも。
大丈夫？上手に貼れる？
おい、僕をいくつだと思っているんだ？もう生理用品だって扱える年だぞ。
そうではなくて、手が届くかってこと。
分かってて言ったのさ。
汗ずいぶんかいているわね。風邪ぶり返してはいない？
昨日保健室へ2人で風邪薬をもらいに行ったじゃないか。もう治っているのにダメ押しだって。
ゆずりは行くの嫌がっていたわ。
もともと薬とは相性が悪い。保健室の先生ともね。
保健の先生相変わらず苦手なのね。
なぜだか一人で行くと行き合えないから面倒なだけだよ。昨日は2人で寄ったから一発で会えた。
この時期は風邪をひいている生徒が多いから一人で行っても会えたでしょ。
結果論としては、まあ僕としては保健室ですごい美人に会えたのが役得だったけどね。
へえ、ゆずりはのお眼鏡にかなう生徒もいたのね。だったら その子をエスコートして帰ったらよかったのに。
その子は目の前にいるよ。
That's a very unexpected joke coming from Narine. Clueless as always.
一緒に帰れて約束だった。
いつもの調子が戻ったみたいで安心したわ。
どうも。
Narine gets it.
これで会の方も順調ならよかったのだけど。
僕がいない間に面倒事が起きたのかい？
Is this where Narine drops the news that some student was affected by 7 mysteries?
ここ最近七不思議の話が出ているの。
森をさまようウェンディゴ。
さすがに耳が早いわね。最近九段の七不思議の話が出て森へ探検する生徒がいるそうなのよ。
肝試しするには少し遅いんじゃないか？
私もそうは思うけど。
まあ娯楽の少ない学院だ。七不思議を娯楽の一つとして遊びに行くのもわからなくはない。
Yeah, that's... People just like to gossip, you know. Even if the rumors are mostly unfounded. You got to go out at night and just hang out, so... Win-win, really. Oh man. Yeah, I think... Lita, R.I.P. Ringo Sasaki, honestly. She hasn't even had like an appearance in this chapter. She must really be going through it right now.
正直七不思議の一つ、森をさまようウェンディゴの目撃情報があったのだもの。調べたくなる気持ちはわかるわ。
口に出してもよかったか？
何？
いや、続けてくれ。
秋も終わりに近づいているけど、もみじ狩りを楽しむのもいいと思う。でも気分を出そうと暗くなってから出歩く生徒もいるらしいの。
なるほど。二階屋の会としては黙ってはいられない。拘束を破る不届き者は火あぶりの刑にするってわけだな。
生徒に注意を呼びかけるにしても大ごとにはしたくないし。
今のところどれくらい広まっているか把握しているのかい？
Yeah, the poor Ringo is right. Really, who had it harder at this point? Ringo Sasaki or Ringo Starr? It's a real toss-up there, isn't it? Yuzu's taking her sweet time and answering her proper, you know?
細かいところまでは。でも話を聞くと森の奥、あの秘密の泉の方で見かけた子が多いそうなの。
多いか。合唱会前だってのに勘弁してくれよ。
Of course not. Every single event at the school has to be preceded by some drama. So the payoff is like that much more worth it, you know? Oh, speaking of, well, one of the two troublemaking pair.
いちごくんじゃないか。
お久しぶりです。
それとリンゴくんも。
Oh, the gang's all here.
ごきげんようです。
Better.
告白の返事をのびのびにしている手前、顔を合わせづらいが。
足と頭、もう大丈夫みたいですね。
その言い方だと僕がヤバいやつに聞こえるじゃないか。
最古のノーマン・ベイツみたいにですか？
スオー君の薫陶が生きてきたと見える。
That is pretty cute, honestly.
風の時顔を出さなくて。
It's alright, Ringo. It would have been awkward.
僕が後輩、いや、どの学年からも見舞いは断っていたんだ。気を使わなくていい。
先輩人気者だからお見舞いだけで寝る時間なくなっちゃいそうですもんね。
その通り。モテる女はつらい。
足の方はも
う。そっちの方のご機嫌伺いはしてもらっただろ。とっくにだよ。ここで白鳥の湖を踊ってみせようか。
平気ならよかったです。
ああ、だが残念。ここでくるくる回ってお気に入りのショーツでも披露してやろうと思ったんだけどね。で、こんな時間にどうしたんだい？二人して森をさまようウェンディゴを探しに行っていたのかい？
嫌ですよ。そんなわけないですって。
She's a terrible liar. She's not much better.
別に咎め立てする気はない。2階屋の階でも問題になってはいるが、夕方以降や夜半に探検に行くのは推奨しかねるといった具合だからね。
Yeah, I mean, just from a safety standpoint, remember what happened last time? That bunch of teenagers wander around in the woods. It was like almost literally left to the wolves. I don't think Ringo's gonna find it anywhere or anytime soon, unfortunately. He definitely, Yuzu is very obviously going through it in this game, but is not much better off.
そうなんですか。よかった。いちごね。騙しましたね。
君はいい友人だったが、君のお父上がいけないのだよ。
Yeah, it wasn't that hard to extract the truth from her.
父上？何のこと？
だが、さっきの話は本当だ。ま、2階屋の階で大っぴらに了承できないから暗黙の了解というやつだと思ってほしい。
I don't know about that. If Ichigo gets caught now, she can just be like, "Oh, but Yuzu said it was okay."
それじゃな
片場寮長にでも言いつけようか。
それだけは勘弁してください。
さすが鉄の修道者、片場寮長だ。
That's probably where her reputation comes from.
付き合ってみると人情家でいい人なんだがね。
先輩。
平素の表情が怖いってのは損だな。
Yeah. Do be like that, honestly. What else can I say?
ああ、冗談だよ。二度続けるのはたちが悪かった。そうだな。見逃す代わりに君たちに質問していいかい？
Like that, don't have it on me, but that K-On gif, where I think it's Zu and Mugi and Azu-san, the hotel. I think it's from the movie, and everyone is just like in unison. Classic K-On moment.
森をさまようウェンディゴだが、噂になっている広がり具合とどんな風に広まっているかを尋ねたいんだ。
Yep, if anyone would know, it's these two. Actually, I have to pick between which one. I'm going to save for personal reasons. We're probably coming up on a quality CG/thumbnail shot. If anyone would really know, it is Ichigo. Okay, well, I was wrong about that. Never mind.
教えてほしいんだ、リンゴくん。
はい。そもそも噂となったのは。
Yeah, I mean, Ringo ended up being the right choice anyway. I guess I'm not giving her enough credit about her knowing rumors and what have you.
どうやら風邪をひきそうだ。話は後にしよう。
Yeah, I wanted to avoid that. The game just wants to make us all suffer, doesn't it?
リンゴ？いえいえ、平気です。ウェンディゴの噂なのですが、うちのクラスの子が森を散策していたところ、白い影を目撃したらしいのです。
1年生が噂の元となったのか。
Well, ends justify the means, I guess. Something like that.
白い影からウェンディゴの話を持ち出したのは私なのです。
Hang on. I've heard things about this volume. Nothing like specific, but like the series is not afraid to rip your heart out, and I'm kind of like I'm wary about that happening this time, you know? Again, I don't know anything concrete, but that's just the impression that I.
違うんです。リンゴもだけど、私的にも似てるって話して。
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be moments where I'm like emotionally affected. I'm not very like I don't emote very much, but like I don't cry a lot, even if like I should, or I feel like it's the like I feel like I need to, but Yeah, it's more like I internalize it and I just get upset for a really long time. I can't stop thinking about it, that kind of thing. That is the ride we are all signed up for though, so I'm glad to have both of you along, honestly. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a grand old time.
いいんだ。誰が言い出したなんて犯人探しをするつもりは毛頭ない。
Okay, that's honestly pretty interesting. Ringo started the rumor. Or these two started the rumor, we'll say. Ichigo seems to be eager to distribute the blame equally, but yeah, the last time these two substantiated a rumor, it was to get out of the school. So, like, I can't help but wonder if they have some ulterior motive this time around. Like, before, like, you can argue if it wasn't for them, then the Wendigo thing wouldn't have caught fire like it does. So I'm just saying, we don't know enough yet, but that's just, you know, I'm just saying.
"この学院の怪異は出会うとさらわれるのが常だが、今のところそんな事態には陥っていないようだし、少し釘を刺しておくだけで."
Yes, we will find out. Thank you very much. But really, you're the real MVP for not spoiling everything, you know, for us too, who have not seen it yet, or who have not read through it yet. Really, our lives are in your hands. You could just Thanos snap it if you wanted to. Yeah, exactly. Like, what was it that Yuzu said at the beginning? Like, in order to have a crime, you have to, for the perfect crime has to have a motive, right? So, initially, I'm thinking the twins are up to something again. Yeah, I mean, keeping them out of the forest, I'm inclined to disagree. I think, like, as Yuzu said, like, hearing about the rumors of, like, oh, one of the 7 mysteries is here, and you can see it in the forest, is going to just make more students go into the forest. She was like, oh, we're pretty starved for entertainment out here, so yeah, like, a rumor is going to go over pretty well, you know? That's just, you know, speculating. We don't know enough.
全然無害というわけではないのです。
Honestly, that's pretty good to hear. I'm fully expecting mine to be blown. It seems like Yuzu's intuition is second only to Suo's. Like, naturally, this mystery has to have high enough stakes that, like, oh, the choral competition is like in the balance, and you have to set things to rest before.
ウェンディゴ絡みで怪我人が出たって話なら白羽から聞いたな。
スオ君が？彼女もこの事件を追っているのかい？
事件とは穏やかじゃないですね。白い影に驚いて転んで怪我したって話でしょ。
Yeah. Oh, a hint in the game? You know, David, you might be onto something with the fox and raccoon thing.
ありがとう。その話は私も耳にしたけど、私は襲われかけて 怪我をしたのだと聞いたわ。
Although I don't remember. I've already forgotten. Like, was the student feeding a fox and a raccoon, or a fox or a raccoon? Like, was it one or both? If it was both, right? I think.
そりゃ話を持ってるんだよ。襲われかけたってのは主観だろ。実際のところ白い影を見て襲われると思い込んで慌てて転んだってのがオチじゃないのか。
確かに怪談話に尾ひれがつくのはよくあることだ。
That's what I'm expecting too. Like, you can put the piece. You're given enough information to put the pieces together, right? I'm trying to pay attention, but
そういうこと。
でもそれだとおかしいわ。
you know, you can't. As you can tell by now, I'm not super confident in my abilities to solve these mysteries. I think my success rate is around 40%.
何がだよ。
だってこの学院の怪異はすべからくさらうのでしょ。足をくじいた獲物がいたのなら学校の的じゃない。なぜ逃がしたの？
それ
それはこの事件を七不思議の一つ森をさまようウェンディゴだとして話しているからだよ。
はい。
Also, in the likelihood that I do get a bad ending, at the very least, then I would be closer to 100% completing this game. So. Yeah, that's true. I think the biggest like hint that they got about the love triangle was like, oh, it's not her dress. So at that point, you have to extrapolate. It's the most likely that she didn't have her dress, and then you also had to like read through Suo's intentions, you know, like protect her, you know, the first year that she saw something. Hopefully, well, I appreciate the vote of confidence is appreciated. I don't know if we're gonna get to it today, but like I'm either gonna stream tomorrow or Friday. Pretty much, you know, I'm gonna try and stick to that. So hopefully you'll be around for the rest of this game. Honestly, it's as always, I enjoy chatting with both of you. Always nice to appreciate. Always nice to have other fans who appreciate this game around, so I'm not just talking to myself.
前提として怪物のせいだとしている。誰かの悪ふざけだと話していない。少し前のフックマンのようにね。
そうですね。そうでした。確かに誰かの悪ふざけなら納得だわ。
だが悪ふざけとなると疑問が残る。
So to that end, I hope both of you have notifications turned on. That's usually the only indicator that you get that I'm streaming.
何がですか？
この寒い中、森の中で誰が来るともわからないのに驚かそうと待ち構えているバカがいるってことになるからだよ。
Awesome. That's great to hear. Welcome to the crowd. And really, I'm always down to hear your thoughts on this game and series. You can ask David. Definitely have had our fair share of discussions up until now.
そんな効率の悪いいたずら、佐々木さんたちでもしなさそうね。
Thanks. Yeah, means a lot.
だろ。だから私としては見間違いや弱気の虫から見せているんだと思っていたが。
Yeah, right now the most likely explanation is it's an actual wild animal that people are mistaking for a supernatural creature. That would explain like its erratic behavior and why it lives in the forest. You know, I don't think they would go so far as to like imagine something that's there, you know? It would make more sense for something to actually be there. And speaking of wild animals, well, the fox and raccoon theory it seems like it has a pretty good amount of weight so far.
複数の目撃情報からそれも怪しくなった。1件2件だけなら僕も幽霊の正体見たり枯れ尾花的な話かと思ったんだけどね。
Also, yeah, like the wild animals' behavior would match up because they do when they like see people approaching them or something, they run, right?
ウェンディゴか愉快犯か。
ロマンとしてはウェンディゴをしたいところだが、二階屋の会としてはどうするつもりなんです？
怪我人が出ているとの話は耳に入れてなかったからね。遅い時間の森への立ち入りは控えるようにするというのが落としどころだった。
が、実害が出た今となってはですか
Yeah, we got a good mystery team assembled here. If you wanna throw us a bone, real cool 5280. Well, not so far as like giving us an answer, but if we're stuck, that would be a pretty good help. Usually if I get it wrong enough times, I'm gonna go look it up anyway. So like it would be no fun to just like get the same bad ending over and over again.
僕から会に中心するつもりはないが、合唱会に水を差されたくない。孝行の憂いは立っておきたいところだね。今回の件、バスキア教諭は何と言っているんだい？
特には暗くなってから森に近寄らないようには言ってましたけどね。
なんだ？
Only if we're stuck. Like it makes for a much better experience to like solve the mystery organically, you know, with our own deductive powers. I say that with heavy air quotes. It's like if we get it wrong too many times, yeah. The only case where I think hints would be good is if we get it wrong a bunch of times. All right. That's good to hear. Basically, let us fumble around until I decide we've had enough, or we get it right. Got it. Awesome. Yeah, we've got a pretty good setup here.
今何か言った？
何も。どうです八代先輩。一丁ウェンディゴ退治と行きますか？
We going Wendigo hunting?
佐々木くんたちからも誘われたよ。ウェンディゴの森の探索をね。
Thanks, yeah. Again, the vote of confidence means a lot. I would also recommend going back and watching well, my volume 1 playthrough is not very good, just from a quality standpoint. Also, I already played the game before, so it's not like a super organic playthrough. But volume 2, if you want to get a sense for like how I go about solving mysteries in these games, could be useful. Just like give you an idea of like how good I am at picking up on hints and extrapolating on them.
Yatsushiro senpai, 楽しそうですね。
She definitely is. She gets a kick out of these mysteries. Which is great, because we do too. Although, alright, yeah, I do think like we have like a different we have different motivations for each character solving the mysteries. I do like that there's a distinction. Oh, thank you. I know this game is basically the only content I have on my channel, but yeah, if you want to like experience the game through like a different perspective, if you want to hear my thoughts on it, I'd like to think that my Volume 2 playthrough is, you know, up to snuff. Also, I did want to point out, like, each character's motivations for solving mysteries is, like, different, you know? Because, like, with Suo, you have, like, oh, she does it because, like, she wants to make friends, or, like, there's something else at stake. Usually it's the former, where she wants to make friends and people, like, get entertainment out of it. For Erica, it's like, oh, I want to make Suo happy, or, like, it's like following in her footsteps in a way. And for Yuzu, it's usually like, oh, there's like an event that's at stake. Like if I don't solve this mystery in time, then you know this event's gonna be canceled or what have you. But also, she definitely just like enjoys doing it. So that's like, there's your distinction. 2 hours in, I think we're getting up on the. Okay, so here's how I imagine this is gonna play out. We're going to see the Wendigo, quote unquote, or at least like have some sort of close encounter with it, and then it's going to be like the falling action, or maybe like a couple scenes after that where we kind of unpack what we just saw, and then mystery solving time, explanation. These games have kind of baked us out lately with that formula. Volume 2 had those like double mysteries, you know, like, oh, here's the ostensible truth, or here's what we're going to tell everyone. And then Erica has to go on and be like, here's what really happened, or here's the truth that not everyone can know. I really like the theme of that, though. I know, David, you mentioned in one of old comments that it was like, oh, it's fitting in with it's going along with this theme that not everyone needs to know the truth, you know, or like ignorance is bliss, or people won't want to hear what they want to hear. The mysteries like line up with that. Here, though, I mean, I don't know. It really depends on how long this is, like how many scenes we get in between the mystery solving, and also like how much like falling action there is. Obviously, I don't know, but I'm thinking I want to save like the actual mystery solving for a day, but we'll probably keep going until we, you know, get our first encounter with the Wendigo, you know. That's just like what I'm feeling right now.
赤飯を炊かれた女がすることじゃないよな。
ゆずりは先輩、遅いですよ。早く行かないと暗くなってしまいます。です。
君たちは迎えてないかもしれないから、ロマンを追う資格があるのかもね。失礼なものの考え方をしたな。非礼を詫びるよ。
七不思議の探索に行きましょ
う。まあ合唱会前にコウコの憂いを断っておこうと思っていたしな。
コウコ？
誘ってもらってよかったってことさ。自分一人だと尻が重たくてフォークリフトでもなければ動かせないところだった。
Yeah, that's a mood.
私たちがフォークリフトですか？
そういうこと。悩んではいたんだけどね。
今日は私が作ったお弁当を食べてもらいますよ。
探索じゃなくてハイキングがてらかい？遊びに行くノリなのかな？
せっかくなら楽しいことはたくさん詰め込んだ方がいいですからね。
せっかくの安息日を部屋でダラダラしていても無意な休日だったろうしね。気持ちを切り替えていこうか。
そうですよ。さすがにもう栗拾いはできませんけど、いろいろ見て。あ、うさぎさんだ。
どこに？
Foreshadowing much?
あれってもしかして夏に逃がしちゃったうさぎさん？
RIP for those baby rabbits. Still makes me sad thinking about it.
私が大きな声を出したから。いやいや、今のは私的なせいだよ。うまくいけばもふれたかもしれないのに。
野生動物だから手なずけるのはなかなか難しいと思うよ。姿が見られただけでも運がいい。
I remember this one time, a lot of times at church, like the adults would have their sermon, so like the kids would kind of like be left outside to do whatever. And a lot of times, and like there was this secluded part of the parking lot where a lot of wild animals lived, especially like rabbits and stuff that were pretty common. I remember we spent like an hour trying to corner one, basically as little kids do, you know, who have no empathy for other living things. We tried to corner one to like kind of earn its trust, basically, and we actually got it to like sit out there, and we actually got to pet them. Like, it was a wild rabbit, and it just like we were able to like coax it out, basically. You know, like it wasn't mean to us. It didn't bite us. Like, it's like, oh yeah, it's so cute, you know. It's a wild rabbit just chilling, and we can pet it. Best day of my life. I'm excited. But then the next week, we tried to catch it because we thought like, oh, it trusts us now. Maybe next week we can come back and catch it. Naturally, that did not work at all. A rabbit is going to be faster and smarter. A bunch of kids stumbling around trying to catch it. So yeah, I guess once in a blue moon you might find a rabbit that trusts you enough to pet it, but to catch it, no. Oh, the dormother and the rabbits? Maybe. I mean, there's that's a fun theory, honestly. He definitely likes cutesy things, so.
幸先いいってことですかね。話ではこの森ってたくさん動物さんがいるって聞いてましたけど。
But yeah, white flash, white shadow, white rabbits.
キツネやタヌキ、ニホンジカなども生息しているそうだよ。僕は森に行くことが少ないから見たことはないけどね。
そんなに多くの種類の動物が。餌付けとかしたい。
Yeah, we've had this conversation already, haven't we? With what Narine was saying.
オ 大きなイノシシも見られるそうだ。
やっぱりいいです。それじゃ早く行きますですよ。お昼を食べに。どうぞ、私的な自信作です。
That does look pretty appetizing.
まずウェンディゴを探すんじゃないのかい？
探すのが遅くなってもウェンディゴは逃げたりしません。でもお昼時は刻一刻と過ぎ去っていきます。私としても用意したデザートが入っているんです。
She made her own donuts? What? That looks pretty good.
僕が欲しいものはそのカバンの中に何でも入っているみたいだ。
メリーポピンズみたいでしょ。
Yasuo was allegedly the hookman, and what, she had a hand in misdirecting Yuzu in that last mystery? I mean, she's doing her own. She's up to something behind the scenes, you know. Usually it's Mayuri related, but
ま、逃げないってのは道理だな。それじゃあいただこうかな。父よ、あなたの慈しみに感謝してこの食事をいただきます。ここに用意されたものを祝福し、私たちの心と体を支える糧としてください。私たちの主イエス・キリストによってアーメン。
外でもしっかりお祈りするなんて、なんだかキリスト教の信者みたいですね。
しっかり洗礼も受けた教徒だよ、僕は。さて、それではどれからいただこうかな。
yeah, I mean, we were talking last video or last stream about how, like, oh, Yuzu kind of takes it pretty far with the self-deprecating shtick, you know? But knowing that, like, I wouldn't say she's a practicing Christian, but she is baptized. She probably, you know, Sunday school, did a lot of, like, capital C Christian things, and unfortunately, historically and up until now, Christianity's view on homosexuality is, to put it nicely, conservative. To put it less nicely, homophobic. So like having that internalized in you from a young age is probably like, yeah, that even if you like personally disagree with it, morally that wrong, like, yeah, of course that's going to take a toll on you. Internalization sucks is what I'm trying to say. I was kind of surprised to hear that though. Like, Narine is definitely, like, out of the two of them, oh yeah, she's the spitting image of a Christian girl. Right down to the I'm straight, I swear character straight. But yeah, I was surprised to hear that too.
美味しいですか？
ああ、僕の好きな具材をよく知っていたね。
最近八重垣ちゃんと仲いいですよね。だから八重垣ちゃんから教えてもらったんです。
そうか、 八重垣くんの前で告白したのは間違いだったか。
Erica conniving again.
どうしたんです？
Gotta love her.
いや、こっちの具材は何だい？
BLT サンドです。それは私的に食べようと作ってきたものですよ。
ツナサンドも美味しかったからね。いろいろな味を試してみたいんだよ。ダメかい？リンゴくんが作ってきたものは何かな？
プリンとドーナツです。
And I'm getting hungry looking at that.
そいつは美味しそうだ。量もたっぷりある。こちらもいただくとしよう。
あ、それは食後のデザートですよ。
僕は美味しいものは一時に食べたいタイプなんだよ。
After this, I'm gonna get myself some dinner, for sure. But yeah, I wanted to express again, thanks for coming and hanging out. Really, I'm really enjoying myself, as I always do when I play these games, but there's definitely something about, you know, talking about your favorite games with people. I've tried to convince my friends to play these games to little success. So thanks a lot, honestly. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Yeah, that would be great. I'd love to hear it. Get that extra bit of lore, you know. That means you gotta stick around till the end, though. I think I'm gonna be doing better about streaming the rest of this game more frequently over the next, you know, couple weeks or week or so. So yeah.
食べてすぐ寝るのは良くないですよ。
食休みだよ。君たちもどうだい？
Alright, well, I'm gonna wrap up pretty soon anyway, maybe after this scene. I kinda wanted to wait till the first Wendigo sighting, but maybe we can save all the drama for the next playthrough. But yeah. I'm probably going to stream tomorrow or Friday, like I said. Just look out for the notification. But yeah, thanks for coming again, and hope to see you later this week. David, I'll catch you later. And you can just like get caught up on the rest of the stream. You can watch the rest of it. Shouldn't be much longer. That is a quality shot, though.
リンゴくん。
ゆずりは先輩から誘われたんじゃ乗らないわけにはいかないよね、リンゴ。はい。
行儀の悪い真似だが、今日くらいは主もお見逃しになられるだろう。
反則日だものね。どうしたんです？いや、
君たちと知り合えて本当に良かったと思っているよ。
It's cute. That definitely, unlike the other relaxing scenes where there's always something else swimming underneath the surface, some other anxiety. This one genuinely feels like, yeah, they're just chilling, having a good time. Even though, you know, there's a whole issue of Ringo looming over their heads, but nothing's perfect, I guess. But yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap up in like however long this scene takes, I imagine. Probably 10 more minutes at most.
いや、そう言っていただけると嬉しいですな。私としてもです。あ、私的にもですよ。
お腹がいっぱいになって眠くなってきたな。
Yeah, it's their unwavering friendliness, I think. Aggressive friendliness, you could probably say. That it makes it really hard not to like them, even though they are very, you know, in your face. Not one for boundaries, but you gotta take it for what it is, you know.
さすがに眠るまで行くと太っちゃいますよ。
リンゴくんのデザートは格別だった。あれだけ甘いものを食べたからね。
フォークリフトでもないと持ち上がらない。
そうだね。
私のサンドイッチは？
もちろん最高だった。次はプレッツェルが食べたい。
ラプンツェル？
八重垣くんも美味しそうだけどね。最近映画の中で食べているのを見てね、美味しそうだなって。
Wait, did she just say Rapunzel when you said pretzels? I wanna here. Let me play that back
次
again.
はプレッツェルが食べたい。
ラプンツェル？
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it?
ラプンツェル？
Or maybe that's the Japanese word for pretzel, if there is one. I don't know. It's just a fun little detail. Fun to think about.
では今度用意することにしますです。
楽しみにしておくよ。
ゆずりは先輩って意外と甘いものとか好きですよね。
意外か。別に嫌っている風なところを見せたことはないんだけどね。
多分コーヒー好きだからだと思いますですよ。
Which itself is, of course, not really true.
でもそういえばお茶会の時でもパンケーキ普通に食べていましたもんね。
甘党と言えるほど好きではないけど、普通の女子と同じ程度には好んでいるよ。だがそうか、ネリーと共にしているから印象がないのかもな。
確かにそっちに目がいっちゃいますもんね。
キリスト教徒的には退職は7つの大罪だな。
ゆずりは先輩は将来ダリア先生みたいにシスターを目指すのですか？
勘弁してくれ、禁欲だぞ。キスも満足にできる。
Yeah, that goes against everything that Yuzu, is. Sexuality notwithstanding, although that is a very significant part of it.
眠ってしまったのか。
Actually fell asleep.
眠ると太ってしまうと言ってただろうに。
I mean, pretty good chance they're gonna wake up and it's dark out, and that's prime Wendigo hour right there, so I think that'll be a good place to, that'll be a nice cliffhanger. My opinion. Wait, so have you played the, did you play the original game when it was released in Japan? Because like, it seems like that's, you said you don't remember like everything that happened, so I was getting the impression that like you played it a while ago. I know this series has been done for a while now, right?
さすがにゆっくりしすぎたか。
Well, either way, I think that'll be it for this stream. Now's a good time to stop. I really don't know what those what that sound effect going on in the background is, but yeah, we're gonna save that question to be answered for another day. But yeah, thanks for dropping by, both of you. Oh, you didn't. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm kind of late to this because the game released like about a month ago now, and you know, if I was really on top of it, I probably would have been done at this point. But since there aren't a lot of it seems like your Japanese is a little bit better than mine, but mine is like right at the bottom there. But yeah, like I was saying, honestly, a lot of quality scenes in this segment. Got a lot of, you know, weak constitution is coming back, and I imagine that's not the last time she has to deal with it in this game. And you know, we got a pretty good setup for a mystery here, so yeah. Honestly, thanks for like I said, you know, always great to chat with people about the same game, and when the stream is lively like this, I really enjoy it. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go and stream the rest of this chapter. We're going to attempt to finish, emphasis on attempt, later this week. Like I said, Thursday or Friday, you know, get the notification when I go live, and usually I stream around this time, so like 2 p.m. Pacific time, which is my time zone. Approximately I started around 3 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, that's usually when you can expect me to. That's usually around the time I go these days. So yeah, thanks for coming in, and looking forward to seeing you in the stream from now on. Again, catch you all later, and we'll be back pretty soon to finish this up. All right, peace out.